Welcome on back everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 6 of our Yuan Bo Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode we are here after Lanawana has captured the Monument of the Moon. This is the next turn, he just moved on in and smashed it. And since then we took a little bit of attrition since they've got the right of Sotek active, so the snakes did a bit of stealing of our lads. We have swapped on over into Encamp Stance since sadly enough we can't actually make it to the Monument of the Moon, so we have to do a bit of threateningly walking over there. Oh, it's time to be sandwiched between two armies? No, he can't quite make it. Very lucky we are. So what we're going to want to do then is come into our allied recruitment. It's going to be a little bit more expensive because we are in enemy territory. And just grab whatever we can. So another unit of Crowmen is probably going to be a really good call since we do get bonuses to them. They have been changed now with the recent hotfix to having plus 10 bonus versus infantry. We'll come on over to the Burning Wind Nomads and just get an additional spear unit. Got all sorts to talk about. With Zhao Kang here, we are actually going to come out of Pahwaks.
This way lies harmony.
Gotrek, you and Felix are going to follow Yuan Bo. But I'm going to have you stay. Do we need to have you guys stay in friendly territory? What we can do is a bit of a sneakiness where we send Gotrek and Felix up, have Felix join Yuan Bo for the next couple fights. Something we could try. Since he is a hero, he won't take any attrition being in enemy territory, unless he is actually embedded in an army. So we'll use that to our advantage here.
Sigma Preserver. Can I be of assistance?
And we'll have Gotrek just kind of stay back here in normal stance so he doesn't get jumped.
Harmony above
Actually, you know what? In March stance will allow us to actually perhaps gain him the trait to allow him just to move a little bit further. Well, we've got 1900, and I want to actually send some units out in the Ivory Road that we keep neglecting. So all of the gold we have left here, we'll have to take a turn to stop recruit or building, and then we'll get back to that in a moment. So we can send a caravan route down to... Where is this heading? Myrmidons. Now, I don't know what you get out of that one at all, but since there are ogres here, there's a pretty good chance they might decide to attack us. Heading to Erengrad is a fun idea. It's passing through some pretty safe territory as well, with the overall threat level being fairly low. As you pass through terrain, it will actually increase the threat level. So if we were moving through this little bit here, we would likely get ambushed by probably a pretty mean army. Even the yellow terrain, so it just kind of upgrades the army types that you'll run into and upgrades the chance that you might get ambushed when it goes to medium to high, and that's only if you were traveling along that route. So we're just going to send them up to Erengrad, see what we gain from the Kislevites. We've got 700 gold left. We can probably spend this on a economic building somewhere, so let's come on over to the Riverlands. Ooh, and see at Shangwu, we could go for further growth. I would like to get military buildings in, but let's go for further growth. Further growth and income both. We learned how kind of useless the fortress cities are if you're not currently in Yang and not already built up for military. So really don't use them unless you absolutely need to. For you, thank you for helping me pronounce. I'm still probably going to pronounce the O wrong, but it's just like O, but with an additional vowel sound at the end. So it's like O. Again, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but I'm trying my best. Thank you for pointing out any pronunciation help you might have in the comments. I'm always going to be very thankful for. I think that's all we can get up to for this turn. I'm going to have him pretend like he's not here. We'll claim Mingzhu back, and then we can work to start dealing with Skaven. Hopefully from there we can kind of cycle on in to deal with this settlement. In fact, we're going to have Yuan Mao sneak his way out of Jingpo. Oh, there's Village. Oh no. Well, yeah, you indeed are. Let's go back to Jingpo. We kind of just have to hold the line. He's replenishing up pretty nicely, though, so that shouldn't be any kind of issue. Let's check to see if we have any more recruitment points left. We've used them up all in the western provinces, which is quite sad. Let's gain some more frontline. Alright. Things are looking a little bit desperate here, but we've got allies all around. They've got armies that just need to move into position. So we just kind of have to hold the line for a few more turns, and then we'll likely confederate with these guys once Snickage has been dealt with, because they're going to start losing some territory pretty quick, and I prefer not to be the one losing that territory. So, you know, we won't be helping them out yet.
Yes?
Trade with the Toddbringer
Sigma's
sounds
will
great.
Come in peace. On it.
A solemn pact. Sigmar will decide if this is wise. And we get to now spy on all the area now. Why we have the weird little pockets of being able to see things.
Of the divine.
Yeah, we can confederate the Jade Custodians, but we're going to wait. Because they're about to lose a couple bits of territory. I'd like to see them stabilize a little bit. Or if they don't, we'll snatch them up just before they fall. While not tactically smart, is just more of what Yuan Bo would likely do. Alright, that'll be our turn. Mazda and Lana. Well, Lana is ready to throw down. Alright. That is a heap of Saurus you've got there. What we're going to do is grab this banner of Nangao, which gives us 20% more range. We'll give that to the Jade Custodians. Their people are falling. We'll give them a little bit of a bump. Banner of Feng Shi stops the psychology. Probably a good idea on our Gate Master here. Alright, you big crocodilian. We've got a couple choke points we could work them through, but they're likely going to kind of pour through in a more of a horde style. So we're going to try, I think we're going to try to deploy back over here and force them through this choke point or through these kind of areas as well. Either way, we'll have a nice defensive wall. Let's get to it. Saurus Annihilation. Alright, it's good to have aerial advantage here too, because our crows will slap those pterodons right out of the sky, no problem. Let's start deployment. We'll kind of set up a split here where we've got 2 Jade Warriors in the valley holding the line. We do still want to try to keep the Saurus kind of crashing around them. Gate Master in the center there. And then we'll do 1 more Jade Warrior unit. I want to put you. Put them a little ways forward. Kind of like this. And then we'll go an additional Jade Warrior unit on the side here. There's going to be a lot of Saurus coming through. Go Peasant Long Spears behind, ready to kind of cut off any flankage. And then we can do 2 crossbows up front. Using control down to get them in a bit more of a square formation.
Jade crossbows.
Then we can do kind of the same with the last 3. Just kind of keep them in the back. Can't wait to get the Grace of Kuai Yin, but we're not quite there.
Jade crossbows.
Alright, crossbows all in a bit of a disharmonious formation, but it'll work out. A spearman behind, ready to rush through in case things get too spicy. We'll go Jade Lion on this flank, 2 Crowmen up on the sides here to make sure those pterodons don't try anything. And we can have our Lion where we've got him. Yuan Bo here to drop down the blades on the Croxagore. We're going to try to keep both of those on him. He will have by far the most health. Alright. Staunch Wall of Cathayans. Push you guys forward a bit. Let's leave them there. Let's get them. Single entities. Foot soldiers. Crossbows, and then our flyers. Alright, here they come. Yuan Bo, let's go ahead and head up front a bit. We will want to try to rotate to match their formation a bit, so since they're going more for the choke point, we'll just rotate a bit. Not fully. Still want to kind of keep them in this gully. If we can help it. There's a lot of them. Yuan Bo, go ahead and launch the fireball towards Lanawana. I don't mind us both launching one his way. Just start chucking the fire. And with that 40% weakness to fire, how much damage we get? Not bad. Go ahead and launch some Burning Gaze as well. Fireball might do nothing at all because of the terrain there. We will see. We'll hit him right in the chest. Perfect. Crossbows are already starting to fire away. Let's go ahead and send... Got the pterodons in the back. Interesting strategy. Rotate slightly. The crossbows are starting to pour in the damage. You move up, start firing on the enemy lord.
Send the dragon.
And they're going to try to flank because they've got so many more units than we do. It's there. Yuan Bo dives in. Let's go ahead and pull him back just a bit there. We might have him go dragon mode to lure out the enemy, but I'd also like to keep our ward save button on standby here.
Gate master.
Them going well wide is scary, but we can turn our troops. At least hold the line when that happens. Fireball towards Big Doofy. Okay, Lion, go ahead and dive into these chameleon stalkers. It's gonna hurt, but that's not nearly as bad as it could have. Ward save on Netman. Let's go ahead and have both of the crows go back and deal with the enemy flyers. Spears get set up. Lion, come on back through. We're gonna have you go after the spellcaster, or the Sneak Chief in the back line. Yuan Bo, go ahead and drop down the blade. That should finish off Lanawana. Beautiful. Let's let the Saurus Warriors... Oh, here's some of the chameleons. Go and deal with them real fast. Beautiful stuff. Pros, go after the next group of Pterodon Riders. You guys will come on back. We got better targets for you. Bit of Dragon Breath through the group. Beautiful. We'll drop down another ward save. On this time, the spear is about to get lit up. Chuck the fireball through this line if you can. See how much damage we get friendly fire-wise. Oh, it didn't actually... Oh, that's sad. I thought it smashed through the whole line. Get back up in the air. Chameleon Stalkers actually have pretty decent melee defense. You crows, get ready. Jade Lion come back round. Jade Warriors, we definitely need you guys to come around as well. Crossbows, start dealing with the Saurus. Jade Lion, get the breath through this whole group. Oh, the Longbow got caught by the Spearmen. They might get wiped out here. Keep firing. Go ahead and launch the fireball into our Skink. I guess we forgot to send the Lion after him. Lion, you go after the Skink. We'll have Yuan Bo go help out both the Stalkers. That one in their crows before we lose them. They're elementals now. Bring you guys back round. Go ward save. Chuck another fireball towards the fleeing Saurus there. Beautiful.
Spy Master.
Crows are annihilating the Saurus. Love the extra bonus of your versus infantry they got, even if it's just 2. It is definitely worthwhile. Sad to see my favorite units get wiped out, though. Love the Chameleon Stalkers. We are definitely going to need to get a Lizardman campaign going very soon. Alright, come on, Longma. We've let you guys get annihilated a little bit too much there. And there's the victory. We've got quite a few Saurus to try to round up. They're a bit faster than our units, so we'll have to kind of let our cavalry and crows do the work, but I will catch you all in a moment. Alright, a heroic victory is what we were able to snag there with Yuan Bo. Didn't feel like it was that of an overwhelming advantage for them, but Auto-Resolve gives us quite a bit of goodies. Oh, not quite the 2 ranks, but that'll be alright. So we are going to go ahead and take the... I don't want the gold. We can claim the settlement, no problem. Let's take the gold.
We need wealth more than workers. We shall bend your strength to our ends, beast.
Oh, I thought you were going to go somewhere else with that. Token of the tribe's respect. He wants peace treaty, but you're still fighting everyone else. So there's no peace, there's only war. Jade Custodian's ally mission has been aborted. Deathmaster Snickich has been wiped out. That's perfect. Oh, just kidding. Western provinces, what? See, this is why you swoop in and you confederate everyone, because everyone else will. So our next confederation choice is going to be, I guess, the Western provinces. Those clowns. Lanawana killed in battle. Hopefully he can at least hold off the enemy. If he loses a bit of land, though, then we should be able to confederate baby brother Xiao, no problem. Impress the neighbors. We need to raise and sack a settlement belonging to an enemy of the Western provinces. They squat upon their land like cancer. Don't worry, brother. We've got the lasers.
Yuan Bo.
One more rank. We've got to hold the line, even though I want to spend the points.
Of Wushing.
For Kevin Ma, let's get that last point into training. Wait, start into Bulwark of the Gate. Soon. So we could go after the Monument of the Moon, but I think wiping out these armies is going to be the better course of action here for us.
Ensuring the Empire as well.
Bakza is almost already wiped out. We can use that victory to then deal with
Fate
Mazda.
provides the plot.
So listen, Felix, give us plenty of extra
Can I
movement
be of assistance?
so we can deal with both these armies here. I'm gonna clap Bakza. Decisive victory. I'm fighting this one myself because I want my front line of spearmen to not get wiped out. Scout the terrain. And onward to slaughter. Another excellent terrain for our size. We're gonna post up over here and let whatever the remaining source is file on into their doom. Alright then. Austrian maps are awesome. Let's go ahead and start deployment. And we will... I wanted to set up back here. Got lots of trees in the way though, which is something that they can use to their advantage. So we'll just kind of set up and let them also use the terrain to help us on out, or what do we want to do here? Overload one side with the Vanguard deploying crows. Vanguard deployment is kind of what we're missing here. Let's do a bit of Jade Warrior Shell.
Order and balance.
Crossbows. In behind with two up front. Alright, we'll leave these two on the left, ready to kind of turn and fire on those Source Spears that are quite confident. It won't be for long. I'll have a group of Spearmen holding that line. All of our flanks are secured. I'm gonna do Jade Lion on this side, Felix hiding in the woods, or Jaeger, and then we'll go Kevin Ma and Yuan up front. Beautiful. Everyone in their groups, infantry, and the Sky Warriors. Let it begin. We are still gonna move up a little bit here. Have Yuan Bo push forward further than that. Just have the crows get in there and chase down the Pterodon riders. That'll also do the job of scaring out any chameleon nonsense we need to chase off.
Jade crossbows. With joy.
Says you now, enemy, we have the high ground.
Carve a path.
Of a path. We'll go ahead and chuck a fireball towards... Yeah, let's chuck one towards Bakta. See if we can get it through these trees. Or it hits the side of the mountain immediately. Alright, this group of crows switch targets to the chameleon skinks. Psych, it was a fake. While we deal with your fire leech bolas. You got played. Go ahead and deal with these chameleon skinks. There are Source Spears nearby, so we'll have to keep that in mind there. I think the skirmish is going to get them killed, though. We've got them corralled away from the enemy. There we go, perfect. That's the way. We're systematically wiping out your army, fool. We will want to pull them away just in time, though, before they get taken out by the chameleon stalkers. Let's get you guys up in the air before the explosions start coming in. Same thing here. But they are on Vanguard, or not Vanguard, but Skirmish, so they will try to run away. Which we can use to our advantage. Back over here and try to scare them away from their line.
Spy master.
Now we're perfectly in line. Go ahead and hurt yourself with the Maw Shard, then launch a fireball towards the enemy. Fireball away, overcast the shims burning on him as well. He's real violent. Keep scaring them away from their lines. They're so confused. They can fire while moving, so I'm kind of confused as to why they're not trying that. Go ahead and drop the Emperor's Executioner on this poor fool as well. Go ahead and land on them. Alright, those crows are wiped out. Let's go ahead and deal with this chief next. Go ahead and deal with these chief next. Move in here and help out Yuan Bo. Let's go ahead and give them the shield. Get back up in the air again. This is going very well. They haven't even hit our lines yet. Alright, Yuan Bo, you fight here. We'll have the crows get back in the air. They were really just a distraction for a moment. Here comes the fireball. Excellent. Alright, you guys, let's get moving. You two, here comes some more spears. Doing a very good job of moving in kind of regiments, but that's not going to save them for long. Let's get our unit here rotated a bit so they can actually fire on them all at once. Spears move up. Jade line, come on down a bit. Get all our flyers moving here. Now the stalkers are back. In the oomph then. Four enemy lords being styled on by Yuan Bo. Zipping around. He's got himself a jade shield now, and I don't think this painted up sword is gonna want to fight for long. He looks awesome though, doesn't he? He's going for the strawberry lemon sherbet build. Oh, he's gone. One more hit should slay poor Bacta. His units charge through the woods. They get last samurai. Beautiful. Now let's go bully their missile units. Alright, everyone. They're wanting to bully Yuan Bo. Let's give them a taste of freedom. Air bomb has landed. We'll go ahead and have you guys crash into the Sword of Spears since they are an infantry unit. You guys do come on in here and help out. Have Yuan Bo then drop the Executioner's Blade on Watlox, who is steady, mind you. Last thing, Jade fire through, point back. Let our front line take a bit of the beating. There, Felix. All the flyers back up in the air. They are all fleeing for the hills, and that's the win. Beautiful. Tactically done, and we should have plenty of units now to turn and deal with Mazdamundi. That's the kind of victory we like to see. Only 23 of our own Cathayans fall. That's not bad at all. We lost a little bit more health in the Jade line than I would have liked, but he held the line admirably. And Bacta falls. We're going to go ahead and actually use the Veneration choice this time for that pretty nice replenishment. Get us good, ready to go to fight against Mazda.
The heavy energy. The easy.
Watlox was slain in battle. So was Bacta. Let's now deal with... Oh, we can't quite reach. So let's switch over into the encamp stance and see if he wants to come to us then. I don't mind standing and daring him. Yuan Bo's your Huckleberry. We'll take the Celestial Administration. The Celestial Court controls the Wizards of Cathay, and one never plays their best cards too soon, or for the benefit of others. This will buff up the recruit rank by 5 for all of our Jagged and Blooded Shugen Gun, give us 20% less cooldown for spells for the Lord's Army, and then we'll get a +5 rank for all of our Astromancers faction plot. We'll also go ahead and grab not Bureaucrat of the highest order just yet, nor the Mask of Jade, and nor, I guess, the Heart of Order. Celestial Court Overseer. When the drums of war are sounded, entire regiments of Astromancers are prepared to meet the demands of the Empire. We'll grab this, which will give us 15% more chance for all of our Astromancers for success on their hero actions, 2 extra capacity for all our Astromancers, and then 30% spell resistance for the whole army, which will be fantastic for throwing down against Mazdamundi. And then I guess next we will go ahead and snag the Heart of Order. We're gonna get all of his unique skills and then just start blasting down his magic line as quickly as we can. Because even in Dragon mode, he still has access to the Comet of Cassandora. And Yuan Bo has some pretty nasty spells anyway. We've got Net of Amentok to stop people from moving. Blossom Wind for blasting apart an entire line of units and then blinding them at the same time. And then Talons of Night, where if you've ever seen a Miao Ying campaign, this will completely carry it. Talons of Night is insane. They're just kind of grasping tendrils of darkness, rip up and destroy fools. It's great.
A change from my school.
As for Kevin Ma, the Gate Master, let's go ahead and actually save him a skill point. That way we can go for Bulwark of the Gate and then immediately dedicate him. And I think we're probably going to dedicate to the Jade Standard, but let's just see. Yeah, definitely Jade Standard, which will drop upkeep by 10% for all of the Jade Warrior variants, and then give them all additional 6 leadership or 6 melee defense as well, which is pretty great. And lastly, we'll get the Bastion's Defenders, which will be an activated ability, giving 1 unit 24 extra defense and immunity to flanking, which takes no penalties when flanked is great. Something we've seen quite a bit in the historical side, not so much over here with Warhammer, which is awesome. Okay, so we've got one of each of the tokens. Zhao Kang, since Mazda has...
Armor is for maidens.
What are we going to go for here? Get Mazda money to attack Gotrek directly. We'd be at a little bit of a disadvantage then. How can you go? We could instead have Gotrek press aggressively into their territory.
On the move!
He can't reach him unless he goes into March, and even then that's not an attack. Monument to the Moon has no one really defending it. Gotrek should be able to rip apart these poor skink very easily.
Governor, an executioner.
Now with our 8,000 gold, we shall upgrade Pahwaks to a normal town. After I check here at the Isle of the Crimson Skull, we can go for a riverport for more growth. Let's upgrade the main province. I'm going to do the same thing here with this town. We're going to kind of funnel all of our upgrades here into the floating pyramid. Yep, let's go for the town here. Then how far can Mazda move? I want to be able to have Zhao Kang move up and threaten Swamp Town next turn here. We'll move this position into ambush stance. We'll stay in our territory so we don't take any extra attrition, and then we should be able to attack Swamp Town next turn. Puts us in a very good position. We'll come back over then to the Riverlands and see what kind of upgrades can be had here. I'm thinking the Contemplation Gardens for how cheap they are. No? Really? Go for that just to keep bumping up the growth. This will give us a little bit more gold for maybe some recruitment if we need it. So Lokir has moved into the City of the Shogun, and that is completely up in the air whether Miao Ying will win in the auto-resolve. So let's move quickly to stamp out the defenders of Ningzhu. Looks like she's secured the Turtle Gate. No, it's still under enemy control. Oh, really? No defenders at all. Mine. Thank you kindly. We will definitely rebuild here. That should nearly put us back in control of the Imperial Road, which is great. So village is back with Typhus Rat. If they work together, I'm in a lot of trouble.
General of the
I think it might be time to leave Jingpo.
The council is disappointed.
Yep, let's go ahead and fall back.
March with speed.
Let's let the Western provinces hold the line, and we will fall back. I'm actually going to give them Jingpo as well to start giving us even better relations here with Xiaoming. So you can have the Jim mine here. Enjoy. We'll take the military alliance. Or should we just take all the gold? 2,000 is quite a bit. Let's just take the gold. We'll build up a military alliance, no problem, especially with all of the positive relations we'll get for this one. Apparently that's all the money he has. Why aren't you offering me more? The max is 3? Gross. Well, if that's as much as we can get, we'll take it.
I suppose I would.
I'll take it. It's moving up to 204 by the next turn, and now you have to defend that settlement. Good for you, buddy. We're going to cut our losses and run. Like proper Cathayans. And we'll go ahead and grab the exotic animal market here in Changwu. Then let's see if there's any more upgrades we can do back in Bahawalexa. Cinnabar mine here. Anything that helps our income, I am here for.
We must
Apparently that gem mine was funding our empire. That's a little bit concerning. Alright, so we'll skip through the unassigned skill points then, and that'll be our turn.
I will make my ancestors proud.
Indeed.
ruler of the central provinces.
The Chungus kingdoms have ended their... What's your issue? Doesn't like the western provinces this time. Interesting. Yeah, well, war with the ogres apparently is unavoidable. The hairy plague here in the High Citadel. A horde of chittering spider monkeys descends from the mountains, stealing food from markets, prizing metal from carriages and window frames, and even tearing jewelry from the necks and hands of horrified civilians. We can either let the population deal with it or poison the fruit. And that's horrifying. I don't have all the gold in the world, but we'll be able to gain it by beating the brakes off of Mazda and taking his money. Let's go ahead and poison the fruit. It'll give us a bit of control. Lace the bananas and melons with serpent venom, and this infestation will soon run its course. Disposing of the endless Simon corpses will be a fiendish task, however. They're simian corpses. Indeed, that's probably not going to make the Monkey Kingdom very happy at all, but Jade Dragon cares not.
My agents return, and the reports are as dire as I feared.
Oh no.
This requires my personal attention.
Indeed. In the following battle, the Dragon's Fang, what would be fight? We have no idea. How horrifying. I bet we're going to be ambushed then. In the recent months, crop failures, illnesses, and pestilential plagues have befallen the farmlands of Grand Cathay. While seemingly isolated instances, to the casual observer, Yuan Bo discerns deeper than most. The machinations of the ruinous powers are at play within the realm, seeking to undermine and destabilize the smooth running of the provinces. At the Jade Dragon's word, his agents have closely investigated each suspect instance, and after a time found profane markings, runes, and glyphs at the sites of all of these disasters. If left unchecked, these will merely be the start of an epidemic that ravages the rural heart of Grand Cathay. Will net us 10% extra replenishment rate for all of our armies and the Dragon's Fang, which is a pretty solid unique weapon. Mostly for its activated ability, which will bump up his armor piercing and base weapon damage by a heap, and also give him the Executioner ability. So execute units, does this mean any unit? That almost seems stronger than he was before. We'll have to try that out then if he's able to just delete regular old blobs of infantry after they drop below 20% health. Alright, well the Lazargs have been wiped out. Saberskin's gone. Our income's a little bit dire at the moment. Ambusher. Decasaur Putris. Oh, he's up in the steps, no one cares. No one cares at all. Deathmaster is back in the Village of the Moon.
No.
So sad you didn't get wiped out.
The magistrates.
The Shing Post still remains. They may have just turned around and gone back north, since we have just taken out one of the settlements, so Village is going to deal with that. We should probably have Yuan Mao
Instrument of the divine.
go up in ambush stance. We need to kind of keep pressure on up here. And since we have no more income from for soldiers, if we can start wiping out some of these other armies, we're good to go. Of course, if a couple of our buildings are about to go in, that'll help even things out a little bit.
Celestial commands.
Mazda Muddy's gonna chase us down. Vanguard deployment for certain units. He does have more aerial units than we do. Sunburst, standard of Hexawaddle. I mean, 10 extra melee defense is not really going to keep you alive against the crows, but it's a fair plan. Alright, Mazda.
Of the meteor winds.
Prepare to fall.
Where's the ale?
Mostly we want to leave Gotrek out of this. Have him deal with the Monument of the Moon. Tough call. Yeah, let's leave Gotrek out of this. He's going to go deal with the Monument.
Administrator of the Celestial.
After we defeat Mazda, or lose.
Keep me
If we win, we'll come back
busy.
around and have him reinforce Gotrek at the Monument, which work out fantastically.
Emperor's architect.
So rank 11, let's get him.
Eye of the Emperor.
Mazda Mundi versus Yuan Bo and Felix. So Felix should be able to pretty easily take down the Saurus Scarvet, as long as he's a large target. 1800, he's probably on the Carnosaur then, isn't he? See what level he is? That'll help me out a little bit. No, he's probably on the Carnosaur, which means we're gonna have all hands on deck crossbows dealing with him. Same thing with Mazda. What spells are you rocking here, my friend? Apotheosis and Harmonic Conversions, so none of the good ones. Aura of Quetzal. You got nothing too scary. Not yet. Every time you do cast, all of our flying units are going to get hurt. Quite a bit. Fair enough. Should be quite the fight. Let's get to it. Alright, so Kroxigor, I believe, do have the Woodsman trait, so we aren't going to be able to use the trees to our advantage here. What we could do, though, is kind of force their army to break up around these two rocks. So let's go... There's no real telling where they're going to press more of their army at, so let's go 2 Jade Warriors on this side. Kind of pull them behind the trees just a bit. One on the other side here. Range should actually work to our advantage pretty well since of how janky it is.
Order and balance.
You guys come a little ways back. We want the enemy to be kind of focused in around the rocks as much as we can and convince them that they can't do any flanking. Pull these guys a little ways back. We'll have Kevin defending this corner, Felix holding this line, and then our spears ready to kind of pounce on fools from the trees or just keep the backs protected. Alright, let's go crossbow teams. Like so. Since you guys have the most range, we'll keep you in the back.
Jade the crossbows. Raise the dragon.
Kind of even out what we've got going on there.
Crossbowman, wind and fire.
Perfect, since we don't have to really worry about any artillery or missile units for the most part here. They do have the Fire Leech bullets, but I think if we decide to target them with our crossbows, they go away pretty quickly. We'll have the Jade Lion also keep this side defended, in case anyone tries to shoot the gap. Keep the spears a little bit closer together. We are much slower than the Lizardmen overall. Crows back be a more reactionary force. I believe they're much faster than the Pterodons. Roman 90 speed, Pterodons 90 speed, they have exactly the same. Long, but kind of back in the back. Much more elite version of the same thing. Excellent. We are ready to go. Front line, missiles, and the flyers. All of Mazdamundi.
Master of meteor winds. Supreme watchman.
Alright, in fly the Pterodons. We're actually probably going to use some of the fireballs against them. Go ahead and chuck one. As they're through those trees, otherwise it's going to splash into the trees and do nothing. Shoot this unit. Do the same thing here. Could use the Maw Shard here for even more damage. Might as well. It drops one of them. Pretty nasty splashes on those damage there. Excellent. Crossbow teams, you deal with these groups. Bring the Croman up, that way they don't have any chance to actually land. Get those bombs off, that's what they're going to try to do there, drop the rocks. Team's turn. You don't necessarily want to give them an attack order, I want to mostly just have them fire on their own.
We obey.
Absolutely annihilating them. Beautiful, they sent the skink skirmishers forward as well. We'll have the longbow go deal with them. Not the best battle strategies here out of our enemy. Pterodons get shot down pretty quickly. It is open season, so we'll bring you all back. Now here comes some more chameleon skinks from the side. Go ahead and blanket them in doom. Is he going to give them the apotheosis? It's not going to matter. They're going to heal up and get evaporated either way. These Pterodons might come on back, so we're going to pull you off to the side just in case. Everything else, though, going very well so far. Let's chuck a fireball at the Kroxigor coming on in. You as well. Really layer on the magical missiles. Longbow, let's go ahead and get up in the air. Like a few of the skirmishers came on in. Slay them. Alright, Yuan Bo, let's go ahead and come on over and deal with this poor fool. Our Jaeger's gonna need a little bit of help.
Why not?
Let's work together. Let's go ahead and bring you back a little ways. They're just gonna keep strafing the line and getting torn to shreds by our crossbow bolts, which is perfect to see. Osmondi's all the way back in the back. He is super unuseful. Nice use of your explosives, if I do say so myself. Finish this one off. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and turn into a dragon. We've dealt with all of the missile units. Chuck another fireball at the Croxagore. And we'll have all of our missile units here with group 3. Fire on those Croxagore first. Push the jet line into the stalkers. Go deal with Mazdamundi. Bit of fire breath through all of these poor Saurus. Very lightly armored. Saurus spears, Temple Guard. Gotta find the weak units. And give them a bad day. You lot come after the Revivification Crystal. I'll go ahead and maul these chameleon skinks. Let's go ahead and have these 2 crows get ready to maul one side. Felix is getting attacked by several at once. Let's just have these guys go over the top and go after the other chameleons. Longbar here. You deal with these Saurus, so let's go ahead and get them in a pinch. We'll bring these spearmen up the side, and we'll just have you guys fire on these Saurus spear for now.
Praise the dragons.
Everything else might be a bit too dangerous to do with our own units. Crows, come on out now. You guys too. They were waiting with those Temple Guard. Being very systematic with what they're up to, so we gotta do the same. Yuan Bo should be absolutely handling Mazda. Bring the cab out, and we'll let the spearmen come on in. Stilodons have been changed where they're now completely immune to flanking, so we have to kind of deal with them over a very long period of time. So let's switch everyone in group 3. Fire on the Bastillodon. Go ahead and yucca the fireball at Mazda. Go ahead and maul these Saurus spears with several units of crows all at once. Jade Lion coming back in. Drop the fire breath through all of these poor fools.
Shenyan's faithful.
Alright, crows, every time you guys bring the oomph, we're getting a bit overwhelmed. Land the longbow, finish them off. Finish off Mazdamundi there. Blade comes on down, we'll go ahead and smash into the back of this group. You think your mobility scooter is going to get you away from the Jade Dragon? Let's find out. I mean, it might. Yuan Bo's not up for attacking. Get him, Yuan Bo. Or not. Just trying to scoot him along, helping Grandpa on his way. As we annihilate the rest of his army here. Well, that's fine. I'm gonna pull away just for a moment. Come on back in. We'll try to deal with Mazda, but he apparently is a very hard unit for us to hit. Crows have a whole heap of Saurus to run down. What a glorious victory in Cathay's name. Give us a close victory, I guess. We lost 141 brave souls in the fighting, mostly going to our Jade Warriors there, holding the line against the absolute tidal wave of Saurus coming on in. We will go ahead and pardon said captives for the extra gold.
Free these captives to spread the word.
We need all of the battle gold for the moment. Defeating Mazda is going to give us Spawn Killer. It would seem that the Lizard King can't always do everything. Winning, for instance. Giving us 25% more leadership aura size, which is... it's alright. Oh, Kevin is now a legend once more. 10 battles won, 1,000 treasury, and a laminate shield, which is a pretty solid piece of equipment there. 10 extra defense, and then 5 more melee attack. Excellent, excellent. We could choose to go turn around and attack the Monument of the Moon with Gotrek. I think we'll have Felix. Early we can't reach.
For Cathay.
Alright, well, I guess onwards towards Mazda.
Governor, an executioner.
Closest to the heavens to increase our spell intensity. Let's grab extra relations with humans and high elves, because this is actually going to boost up Cathay as well, which is awesome. And then we'll come back around and grab Closest to the Heavens,
The Jade.
Bulwark of the Gate, and the Jade Standard. This will be the gate itself, through which none shall pass, if you will it so.
Mighty death!
As he's standing still, 15 more armor, and then extra missile block chance as he stands for even longer than 10 seconds. Grab the Jade Standard as well for that upkeep reduction. Pretty solid. We don't have a ton of Jade Warriors in this army, but it is going to drop the upkeep of all of our crossbowmen to 153. And 105 to our normal warriors.
The Celestial commands.
Go ahead and wipe Mazda Mundi out with an auto. With who's 53 still. I'm actually going to take the extra experience this time.
Send a message to those.
Kill all the remaining Saurus. Send a message. Get Jade Lion Whisperer. Won a battle. Her calming words that can turn unbridled rage to placid compliance. This one knows them all.
Eye of the
And we go into encampment stance. Perfect. And then next turn we should be able to attack the Swamp Town.
Lord
Actually, what am I talking about? Zhao Kang can deal with the Swamp Town. Get him. This group with an auto resolve.
Ordered ranks.
253 Cathayans give their lives to claim the city back. Thank you, one and all.
The Celestial Empire purge.
Silk Weaver. Perfect.
I govern in
I actually think the Laminate Shield is going to come over here to Zhao Kang.
Master of
You're
the
currently only
Beach
rolling with a
Warriors.
Dragon Helm, so yeah, that Laminate Shield would be great. Up to 61 and 77. Not bad at all. Sword of Swift Slaying will work. The Ruby Ring of Ruin for now, which actually has been pretty fantastic, so we'll keep that. Let's combine up the Spell Shield and the Dragon Helm. See if we can get something a little bit better. Brass Cleaver will bump up everyone's melee attack around him. I think it's a great idea for all of the Jade Warriors. Alright. Extra experience gain, I think, is fine on Yuan Bo for now. Really don't have a reason to move any of the other ancillaries around.
Cathay Eternal.
Yao Kang, though. We can give him the Sword of Swift Slaying and the Potion of Toughness. As a nice little one-time use heal, armor, and melee defense buff. Everything else we're going to keep where it's at. Skill points, though. We can give you the... I'm thinking we'll swing back down to the blue line and go for the extra replenishment rate. And then we'll buff up the peasants once we've gone through there.
A tool of great efficiency.
Ooh, of great
There
efficiency.
is wisdom in this.
Let's grab a town here at Hawkwalks. This will likely be one of our main money makers outside of Cathay.
Reverence fades.
Upgrade the High Sentinel as well. I actually think this is a good idea.
The
Get
Jade
those all
Dragon.
completely under our control.
Give him a run!
And I know that it's going to say that Gotrek is going to have a close defeat here, but I'm pretty sure he wins. Because these guys won't be able to cause fear since there's no Roxagor nearby. You have the Primal Instincts, though. They'll get a little bit stronger after they drop below 50% health.
Good
You need to hold the
odds
line.
for the
This is a
great
close defeat.
death.
That's not what I'll force you all to watch if we fight it here.
Dragon.
We can have the Jade Dragon
Ooh,
reach
dragon
Swamp
speed.
Town. I think it'd be a good idea. Get some proper replenishment from a friendly territory, and then let's let Gotrek deal with this.
A mighty death!
All right, so back over in the Riverlands. Do we have anyone that needs moving?
Celestial General.
You does.
The
Love to be able to
Emperor
attack
wills
Kunlan,
it.
but there's no telling. That's likely where the other rat went.
Celestial General.
Here's what we'll do to try to lure him out. And outside of Mingzhu, which is still upgrading,
Move fast.
we're in normal town.
Cross river swiftly.
We'll jump into an ambush stance. We can't lure the fools out of hiding. And I am going to fight this one with Gotrek here. I won't make you all watch it. So we'll go ahead and be right back. Alright, well we got absolutely destroyed. So this is actually fantastic to know for science. Gotrek may be tough, but with all of the changes to the Lizardmen, they are able to hold their own, and if he was never able to throw down with this, I've been able to destroy groups of rats. Granted, that's Gotrek and Felix both, but with him falling, he will come back upgraded now. The event's not going to pop up, is it? He's just wounded. Is it going to show me? Can I see his skills? No. And our event seems to be a little bit... I thought that's how it worked. We will see when he comes on back. Oh, there it is. Trait gained, Fearless Adventurer. So if he or Felix fall, they actually start gaining traits. So this is the first one here. As he is defeated, it actually gets buffed up to the Legendary Warrior. So 30 extra attack defense, 20% ward save, and Deadly Onslaught, which is something he has additionally. For now, though, he is just a Fearless Adventurer, so Gotrek fears nothing, be it living, be it dead, or indeed undead. He'll take on all comers in his dogged pursuit of a valiant Slayer's demise. But even those skinks that overwhelmed him with sheer numbers couldn't defeat him. He is still standing. He'll come back a bit stronger here in a few turns. That humbling defeat, though, gives me a few lessons. Gotrek is he's not able to take on a whole army solo like Skarbrand. Glad we learned it there. Alright, so you hang out, keep that ambush ready.
Celestial General.
We'll just see real fast if there's anything we do with our diplomacy.
Yeah, what?
Ooh, trade.
Sigma's will.
Trade abounds.
Ice Queen of Kislev.
Specifically with
the
Kislev.
Volca Palace's doors are open to you.
Thank you, Zarina Katarina.
A pleasure and an honor.
She's not doing a new bound, but it looks like Chaos is knocking at the door from all sides, so we need to hurry up if we want to help
I
keep
am truth.
order alive. Your Truth, huh? You only got one settlement there, Truth.
All right. Who calls?
Take trade with...
Yes. So.
Who's more likely to survive? Talabheim and Nordland are both about to get wiped out.
Sigma's will.
The trade agreement
Approach
with
his friend and
either
make
would be
your
fine.
offer. Yes.
Let's take the gold.
Repel the Empire. Xiao Ming.
Ooh, hang on now. Is Zhao Ming ready to confederate? What's military alliance, though?
Open to assisting your ends, so long as they do not obstruct
His little
mine.
narrow eyes. As the man of who does not trust Yuan Bo at all.
Cathay's might is in the collective.
Indeed. Thank you for your assistance, sir. Who's the most likely to confederate now? Really, still not the main characters. How sad. We need to hurry up and get the Burning Wind on side, though, before Xiao Ming does, otherwise we're never going to be able to confederate him.
Trusted allies. What in...
Let's quickly come on in and grab an outpost here with Miaoying. Nangao would be the best place for it. We get cannons, we get sky lanterns, we get drums. Oh my. No missions for anyone else. Sadly enough, we could request an army. We've got quite a few. We're just not that good of buddies yet.
Celestial General.
Alright, sweet stuff. Most Springs of Eternity can go up. I prefer we save our gold for some of our other towns. That one's gonna have to stay on the wings for now. Back in the Riverlands, we could upgrade growth. And that's it. Let's go away. Storms afoot over here on the side. I'm trusting in Baby Brother Xiao to hold the line. Let's see if he can.
I will not bluster, but you will be dead if you persist.
It's time for Mazda Mundi to plead for his life, but listen. The great plan. We're here to tear that down and rebuild it in our own image. And the kingdoms are afoot. I saw that. Caravan encounter a gift from Inn. Ooh, lovely. The caravan draped in the trappings of Inn travels this road. It slows to a stop as your own approaches. Growls come from the guards whose faces remain hidden by voluminous silk scarves. Ooh, we're gonna have to practice this one. Their gloved hands hover over large scimitars resting on their hips. One infers that the caravan master should approach. He does so cautiously and sees a large cage hidden behind fine curtains. The caravan master returns, his eyes gleaming, for he has seen what lies in the cage. He won't say what, only that Ind is known as the land of the 1,000 gods for a reason. We are blessed, he stammers. We've got a caged up god? That doesn't seem very good. We could either go for riches, giving us 100% more sell value and a lot more cargo capacity. Is that permanent? That is permanent. Regains the trait Frostblade. Call it Frostblades. Frostbite and magical attacks for all units. And then 3 units of Celestial Dragon Guard. Oh, both of these are so good. Let's go for the money. Greed abounds. It'll also give us 1,000 extra cargo. As much as he can carry. Blessed are the riches. Helmheim now is falling in line with Reichland, slowing their banner as one. Patience, planning, and practice. Obey these tenets always, and we shall move as the night wind. Silent, graceful, and unimpeded by any obstacle. Less corruption and more income from Yen. Satang the Watcher. Who watches the Watcher? 1,500 enemies in battle. It's time to get our own Gundam. From an unknown vantage point, a legendary colossus gazes over the Eastern Empire, paying close attention to the dragon's trials and tribulations. It is said that whenever war is waged righteously in the Celestial's eyes, the one known as the Heavenly Bowman leaps across the very mountains to aid those who display adeptness and marksmanship on the field of battle. Thus, those who fight skillfully for the greater good of Grand Cathay need not wait long to meet the greatest of her towering sentinels. There's actually 2 of these guys, there's twins, so we should hopefully see the other at some point. The Eye of the Watcher is upon us. We need to take down 1,500 enemies. Beautiful. So Teddy is now going to be selling his goods for so much more every single time. Let's take a look and see where all of our enemies are. Zheng Si is throwing down with Zhan Si. Village is back up here in the north. If we were to go attack village, would Tiong attack alongside? It looks like no.
I'm the puppet master, not you.
His army isn't the most scary. We've got a lot of pretty heavily armored lads here. That is so very tempting, and there is Typhus Rat, but it looks like since the Deathmaster's here and he's outside, there is likely another army inside the settlement. Skaven are very fun to fight, aren't they? Alright, well after looking this over, let's go ahead and swing back over to Yuan Bo. And that is going to be all the time I have got for today. I have been Space Wizard Total War. Thank you all so much for stopping by this episode of our Yuan Bo Legendary Campaign. If you enjoyed the episode, remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub thumb. See you on the next one.